All right, so this is a really interesting question, and I love that you asked a question about it, just because I think there's some really neat things we can do with Excel to help you answer this question. So first thing I want to do is I have the following data. I have traditional and I have flipped classroom, and we want to do some analyzing of this data. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to click this little icon here, and it's going to tell us we can open in StatCrunch, copy in clipboard, or open Excel. I'm going to copy to the clipboard, and then I'm on a Mac. I'm going to do Command C. If you're on a Windows machine, Control C would work. Done. And then we're just going to paste that in Excel, just like what I have here. Anyway, so the first thing we want to do is we want to find the range. So the range is going to be the difference between the largest value and the smallest value. And here we're going to want to sort our data starting with traditional. So here we're going to click sort by traditional, smallest to largest. And then what we can do is we can have Excel conduct these calculations for us. And every time we want Excel to do some calculations, we click the equal button. And then what we're going to do is we're going to click the cell where the biggest number is, which is A14. So A14 minus A2, which is going to give us 85.3 minus 56.2, which is going to give us 29.1. Now we can do the same thing here. It might mess this up a little bit because it might reorient the items, but we'll see how that works. Alright, yeah. So when we redo the sorting, it's going to change things around and it's going to mess up the formula. But that doesn't matter. So 29.1 and 28.3 is there. Now, if we want to calculate the standard deviation, there's another formula we can use for that. Historically, we would find the mean of all the data values, and then we would take the difference between the mean and the sample, and then we would square that, and then we take the sum of that and take the square root. But if we want to use Excel to calculate the standard deviation, what we could do is just type the equal button, start typing in ST. You're going to see this formula called STDev. That's essentially going to have Excel calculate the standard deviation. Now, in order for us to do that, we need to select which items we want to include in the calculation. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the data point up here. I'm going to hold Shift, and I'm going to click the one down here at the bottom. And then what we can do is close out parentheses and then just hit enter. So if we want the standard deviation of the traditional, it's going to give us 8.890. Now we're going to calculate the standard deviation of the flipped using the same methodology. So we're going to click equal STDev. And then we're going to start by clicking the data point at the top of your list. You're going to hold Shift, and then you're going to click down here. If you wanted, you could also hold Shift and click the down button, and that would give you the same outcome. And then what this tells us that the standard deviation of the flipped classroom is going to be 8.039. Now, if you have any follow-up questions or if you need any clarification, definitely reach out and let me know. Learning stats and learning technology and listening to the rooster at the same time can be kind of overwhelming. But anyway, hopefully this is helpful. Let me know if you have any other questions.